Hello, welcome here today, Düzce Bar Association. Firstly, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Beyza Arslan. I am working as a lawyer for 5 years, almost 5 years. I graduated Marmara University Law School at 2017. And then I get my master's degree at same university a few days ago, actually. I have my own office in here in Düzce. By the way, I would like to say that I really like your questions. It's a great and so important points, I think. Do you have any questions about me?
No, thank you. So I can go on with the questions.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, our first question. Do you feel independent enough as a working woman?
I would love to say yes, but unfortunately my answer is no. Because I think independence affects by many side factors. I cannot say I'm independent if I'm not gonna walk streets by myself at night, especially, and I'm not independent enough if I'm worried while doing my job, if I feel the danger, and if I do not feel economically secure, I cannot say I'm independent.
Yeah.
First of all, I wish for a society which I live in safety. Afterwards, I hope that women's employment will be increased through the country. Finally, I think it's necessary to end the cultural impositions that women place in the home.
Yeah.
Just like you belong to home and you cannot go anywhere, you cannot work. They are not saying that clearly, actually, but we can feel it.
Yeah.
Like politically and the other cultural effects. As I explained, independence depends on economic, social, and the cultural factors.
Okay. Secondly, do you think women and men are equal in our country and the world? And if your answer is no, how can you solve this problem?
It's a great question, by the way. Thank you for asking. It's a very important issue in our country, in every country actually. And my answer is unfortunately no again. Primarily, we have to defeat the patriarchy. You are so young. Do you know what does it mean?
Yeah,
patriarchy. Yeah, that's great. I explained a little bit. System of relationship, beliefs, and values embedded in political, social, and economic system that structure gender inequality, men and women. In short, it's believed that men are superior to women.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, again, I cannot believe that we are still talking about this topic. I cannot believe that actually. Every day in Turkey, I don't want to be pessimistic, I'm so sorry, but there are women who are subjected to violence and even killed by their husbands, their boyfriends, and even men, they don't even met.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a pretty big problem for all of us. Therefore, first of all, the right of life must be protected by government and law. It's so important, it's so major thing. It's gonna be done. I can't believe we are talking about. I said that, and afterwards, I think our rights such as equal pay for equal work are important. As lawyers, we are working to ensure the equality. Actually, first of all, the laws should be aimed to ensuring the equality, payment equality. Men and women are required to receive equal pay for equal work. I repeat so much, but it's so important. I want to explain every detail. Another important reason inequality is gender roles. I reject gender roles, by the way. For example, you know maybe, but I want to explain. Women have to do housework and taking care of their child, and men don't cry. It's not just one way thing. Actually, gender inequality in Turkey is at serious levels in all areas of life. such as working life, especially in working life, health and participation in decision-making mechanism. It's about us actually. This inequality not only affects women, but also poses a serious obstacle to the democratization and development of the country. That's why we have to fight gender roles as well. I only explained these topics actually because I think they are the most important topics. I would like to talk about much more than, but I don't want to bore you.
Yeah.
I would like to briefly explain what I offer as a solution. Because if you give a problem, you need to give a solution to. Yeah. The regulation of education system towards gender equality is another important issue. Education is the most important thing, I think. Depending on the education at school, not just on school, the education in the family should be also continued in this way, gender equality. Also penalties in cases involving violence against women should be deterrent. I mean, the sanction have to be appropriate for that. Thank you for asking this question.
Next one. We all know that you're so familiar with rights as a lawyer, but if you evaluate this question as a just person who lives in Turkey, how many of your rights do you know and you can use in your social life actively?
Yeah, it's a great question for the general people, I think. Since I am a lawyer, I know almost all of them.
Yeah.
But I cannot say that for the majority of the public, actually. I think that public is not sufficiently informed about this issue. They don't know what to do and what their rights are. The case of even the slightest problem, just a little bit problem, if they face of it, they don't know anything about the rights, what can they do. It's really big problem, I think. I believe that this can only be solved with education again. Children should be taught in schools what their rights are and what they should they do, and I can say that this problem can be solved with the education.
Okay, I'll go on to the fourth one. What do you think about our attitude towards art and artists?
Yeah. Artist expression of human creativity and skills and imagination, I think it's very important, especially in terms of expressing social realities. Artists functional for a better social life and humanity by staying out of the dominance of politics. The main purpose of politics is to give direction to society by dominating the system. Therefore, it can be perceived as a threat to sovereignty. The situation may cause a restriction of art and artists. I think this is wrong. I don't agree with them. Also, I think there's a common idea in our society that artistry is not profession.
Yeah.
It's just a hobby. So when you consider that the artists in Turkey mostly do not earn income, depends on this idea, I think, and this is not the ideal form of life. And for this reason, I have explained, art stays away from the most important values such as creativity and originality. They cannot have a chance.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think every child in our country has equal rights and accessibility in terms of education, and how can we solve this problem?
Again, I don't want to seem pessimistic to you because you are so young, but I don't think they are equal. First of all, the existence of private schools is a form of inequality. Because in order to talk about equality of opportunity in education, every child should be able to receive at least similar education, not maybe the same, but at least similar education, regardless of their economic status of their families or cultural status of their families. We also know that girls are not allowed to go to school after a certain age. especially in the eastern of Turkey. So this is a major problem, one of the major problems, I think. Additionally, one of the current problems is education inequality due to ethnic origin. There are many children in Turkey that cannot speak Turkish. So they do not receive the appropriate education because education is Turkish. I cannot explain the social dimension,
Yeah.
but it still raises the inequality for the education system. Although there are many problems in this regards, I think these are the biggest fundamental problems.
Yeah. And our last question, what are your thoughts on our country's following policies and how does it affect you as a working woman?
It's a great question again. Thank you for asking this. I want to explain just one question, one part of this question. I would like to talk about immigration policies because it affects us too much at like for 10 years maybe. Uncontrolled migration causes very important problems. The most important thing is that cultural change cannot be prevented. In particular, there is a risk of losing the rights that women have gained through years of effort. Thanks to Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, we had certain rights before many women in the world. I'm worried that cultural change will have a negative impact on this because we don't know their cultures. And we had a lot of effort about our rights. We have to do this, we have to protect our rights. We also know that there is an increase in the rate of child labor due to uncontrolled migration. It is thought that there will be increase in crime rates due to difficulty of their lives and the immigration and the lack of education opportunities. For this reason, I have explained and I do not find the foreign policy on this issue is correct.
Okay, thank you for your answers. And if there is something that you would like to add, we can talk about it.
Thank you. I'm glad you are here.
Yeah.
You're asking these questions. It's so important for us. You are our future. You can do things better.
Yeah.
I believe that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.